Hello everyone, welcome back to a new video. Today I'm going to be bringing you guys along on an intense French study day. But before we get started, I want to tell you guys a little bit about Slid. Slid is a life-changing extension for students. It makes it extremely easy to take top quality notes while watching online lectures or live Zoom classes. So you'll be able to take notes without having to pause the video every few seconds, take a screenshot, paste it into your note, and so on. It has been super useful so far for studying French because I can take notes of certain words and phrases or grammar points, and I also have a video with the correct pronunciation to look back on. You can also extract text from images, and every video is also timestamped so that you can later review the video easily. Your notes are then safely managed by Slid, and it's also really easy to share it by link with the original videos if you want to send the notes to your friends. So if you're a student or learning a language, I would highly recommend you guys check out Slid by clicking the link in my description. So yeah, let's start our day. Basically, later in the video I'm going to explain exactly why I picked up French again, but a few days ago I picked up French and I started studying it really intensely. Today is one of those days. Basically, I woke up at around 9:30, and if you see something on my head, I am trying those heatless curls because I'm trying to heal my hair, but I also want to have nice hair. So I'm trying out a lot of different things to see what works well for my hair. Anyway, today is going to be a super productive day. I have to study a lot of French. I have to go to the bank. I'm going to meet up with my cousin. Later today, there's also a FIFA game. I think it's Argentina versus Poland, which I also want to watch. So I'm gonna try to fit in as much as I can during the day. And yeah, since I didn't get up super early, I had to basically get ready straight away and go to the bank because me and my cousin plan to go to the bank. She planned to help me, and basically, oh my god, moving countries is difficult. I've been here for 3 months and I still can't open a bank account. But yes, me and my cousin went to the bank and it did not work out well for me. Once again, I'm gonna tell you guys the story later on in the video. But later I went to get some of my notes printed because I bought Damon Dominique's French course yesterday, and I really wanted to print the notes because I want to be able to follow along the course with the notes in front of me. So I found a really nice cafe that had good Wi-Fi and also did not have too many people and didn't have super loud music, and I stayed in this cafe for long. What I started with was reviewing all my Anki cards. Basically, I literally looked up shared decks on Anki and I tried to find like the 1000 most common French words, and I found this deck which was really well made. I'll leave a link in the description for you guys, but it basically is like the 5000 most common French words. I don't know if it's actually 5000, but I started studying with that and it's really useful. So I think in the past 3 days I have learned over 400 words, so I had a lot to review. So I started with that, and then I started doing Damon's course. I really want to have like a French sprint. Like obviously I want to learn French for a long time. I'm not trying to just learn this language for 7 days and then forget all of it. I really want to pick up French fully and just always have it in my head, if that makes sense. But I do want to do like a 30-day sprint where I'm just like studying French intensely and trying to learn as much as possible in those 30 days. And then after that, hopefully it's just natural picking up language through music, series, reading. But yes, these 30 days, I'm trying to do like a very intense study month. So I came back home because my eye really hurt because my lens was like turned inside out. I don't really know why, but it really started hurting. So I came home and I'm just gonna study here because I do not want to go out again right now. I'm so like, I just want to be warm and comfortable and study. So I sat down in this exact location because today is the first day that my heating works in my apartment. And you see the radiator beside me? It is saving my soul. I love it. Anyway, I sat down and I wrote an email to one of my immigration lawyers because I am struggling with the bank thing. Once again, you're gonna hear the story later on. And after that, I started with Damon's course. His course is amazing. If you're thinking of starting French, I would really recommend his course. Once again, I'm gonna leave his links because it's amazing. I feel like he makes it really fun to learn. Like it's really informational, but at the same time, he has a lot of his personality in his course. Like it's not like, let's learn this word. Like it's Damon's course. It's not just a French course, it's Damon's course, and you really feel it and it's really good. So I would highly recommend. I did this for literally 3 hours until I was like, my brain can't take this no more. But it was a good 3 hours. I just literally spent like 4 hours doing that course. Like it literally got dark. Anyway, I am very tempted to go to a cafe right now because then I don't have to deal with my problems. I sit down with a nice chai latte and I buy a sandwich and I just study with Wi-Fi because FYI, I still don't have Wi-Fi at my house. It's been 3 months But let me tell you a story about earlier today because oh my god, I'm so dumb. Basically, I went to the bank. I've been having a lot of issues with banks. I haven't been able to get a bank account because basically when you sign up to a bank account in Spain, you have to tell them where your money is going to be coming in from. And when I tell them that I'm self-employed, they want to see proof that I've paid taxes here, but I can't show them proof that I've paid taxes here because I'm not registered as self-employed here. And the reason I'm not registered is because to register, you need a bank account. So it's kind of like a vicious cycle. Like, how do you want me to register without a bank account when you won't give me a bank account if I'm not registered? Like, what do you want from me? I don't know what I'm meant to do. So I've been having issues and I was this close to getting a bank account, right? And we had a lot of issues though. So like I got a bank account card and we had to literally go to the bank branch like 3 times because there kept being issues with it. And then finally, it was almost finally fully, everything was fine. And I went to deposit money. I put in my card, I put in the cash. It didn't work. We were like, it's fine, we'll come back tomorrow. I think there's just like one more thing they have to fix and then that's it. I left my card in the ATM. And I realized about an hour later that I didn't take the card out of the ATM. And I'm not going back there. Like, I'm embarrassed. Like, bro, those employees already know me. Like, they know me because I have come to them like 50 times being like, I have a problem, I have a problem, I have a problem. And now after all this stress and all this time that everyone spent on it, I just left it in the ATM. Like, and I'm not worried about it because there was no money in it. So like, no one's gonna steal from me. Like, it's fine. But it's just like all this effort for what? In other news, I got the heating to work in my house. Finally, tomorrow's the 1st of December and it's been getting really cold. So I am so grateful that it's working and it's fine. My house hasn't really heated up yet. I feel like it has to be warmed up and then I can like turn it off and like at night when it gets really cold, I can turn it on and then turn it off at night. But right now it's been cold for like 2 months. So I've been heating it all day today because this house needs to warm up. Also, I'm so sorry, I keep saying house. It's a language thing. Like, my brain is thinking in Russian and also in Spanish. Like, we just say casa or dom. Like, yes, I live in an apartment. Technically, я живу в квартире. But I'm not gonna say like, я приехала домой, в моей квартире так холодно. Like, I'll just say, у меня дома холодно, you know? Or, hace frío en mi casa, no en mi apartamento, ¿sabes? That's why I'm saying house. But I mean apartment. But I'm saying house. My language brain is turning off. Now, for some context, you might be asking, Anna, pourquoi étudies-tu le français? And the answer is simple. First of all, I'm going to Paris next week. I'm so excited. I'm literally only going for 3 days, but yeah. Reason number 2, which is a bigger reason, it is my life goal to learn the majority of the Romance languages. So Spanish, French, Italian have always been on the top of my list. Portuguese has been the love of my life this past year. And Catalan, quiero aprenderlo porque estoy viviendo en Barcelona, donde hablan catalán. Romanian, one day I will come for you too, but one at a time. So we're starting with French. And reason number 3, 100% I want to live in Paris for a few months in the future. I have no idea when. Maybe in a year, maybe in 2 years, maybe in 10. But eventually at some point in my life, I want to spend at least 3 months in a row in Paris. So I started learning French around 3 days ago properly, and these 3 days have been really, really intense. Like, I've been studying hardcore and I feel like I've learned so much because I did do French for 3 years in high school, but those 3 years in high school, I was a horrible student. I cheated on every single test and I did not even pass my final test. That was basically the junior cert because in Ireland we have our junior cert and our leaving cert. You guys met me on YouTube, most of you, in my leaving cert era when I was like a top student, top of the class type thing. In the junior cert, I was bottom of the class, not doing anything, failing all my classes, cheating on everything. So it was low-key a glow up. But yeah, that's when I did French and I didn't learn anything. So before I started with my French again, I wanted to call my mom and just update her on my day because my day was very stressful at some parts. But after our call, I turned on the FIFA game and I just wanted to watch it in the background. Like, I don't feel like I'm one of those people that can just sit down on my own and just watch a football game for 90 minutes straight. Like, if I'm with people, it's really fun, but if I'm alone, I kind of want to just watch in the background in case like something interesting happens. I can just kind of look over because I am new to football. I have not been watching games for a long time. This is not even Barcelona playing. I'm just supporting Lewandowski. Guys, I don't even know much about football. I literally just got really into it in like the last few months. And I feel like when you live in Barcelona as well, kind of have to be into it, but I kind of love it. Like the game itself, the culture behind it is a little bit icky, but the game itself is fun to watch for me. So and then we started French again. So basically what I was doing here is from the 3 or like even 4 hours of Damon's course that I did earlier in the day, I basically just consumed the content by just watching, but I wasn't making any flashcards of any of the sentences. And in the beginning of the course, there's a lot of vocabulary, there's a lot of expressions, and I wanted to make use of every single one. So I basically had the notebook open and I went through every single word that I didn't know in French, which was basically every single word and every single phrase up until the part that I had gotten in the course. So basically I was catching up with my notes. Technically you're meant to do your notes before you watch the course, but I prefer to watch it and then make Anki flashcards. So yes, I was making Anki flashcards of everything, and later on when I'm traveling, I can just do these flashcards on the plane. I don't need to bring any notebook, I don't need to see the course, I can just do my flashcards in peace and study. And yeah, it's very useful. So I just spent 30 minutes trying to find all the things I need to buy for traveling, because basically, like I said earlier, I'm going to France in a week. And for more context, basically I'm going with one of my best friends who I met literally basically last month. But we're going to Paris, we're going to London, and we're going to be staying in hostels. And I've never stayed in a hostel in my life. And there's just like a few things that you need to have in hostels. For example, like a microfiber towel because it's small and it's easy to carry, flip-flops, earbuds, sleeping mask. I mean, you can live without them, but I'm being extra. But yeah, let's see, what am I getting? I got Uno cards for our plane rides and train trips, a sleeping mask, 2 locks, flip-flops, a sleeping bag liner because a sleeping bag is huge and I'm not bringing a sleeping bag, but a sleeping bag liner is like this small, but it just keeps you safe in case there's bed bugs. I don't think there would be bed bugs because the hostels that we booked seem pretty good. They have a lot of good reviews, but I don't know, just in case. And a microfiber towel, and I think that's like all you need. I feel like a baby traveler. Like, I feel like I've traveled a good amount. Like, and I've solo traveled a lot as well, but I've always been too scared to stay in a hostel. I don't know why, just because it's like something new and something super out of my comfort zone. So I'm happy that we're gonna go for the first time together, because then when I go alone, I'm kind of already going into a situation where I kind of know what it's like, at least, you know? Like, every single hostel and every single place will have its own vibe, but at least I would have been in that situation before and know more or less what to expect. But I am very, very excited for this trip. I will document it all, so don't you guys worry, but for now, I think I'm gonna quickly order these things, do a very quick clean of my apartment, and go to sleep, because tomorrow's a long day. I have a lot to film, I have a lot to plan, I have a lot to study, and then in the evening, Ari is coming, which is insane.